I'm Dave Rosinski, PGA teaching professional at Steve Dresser Academy, which is at True Blue in Caledonia. I've been here 2.5 years. Yeah, originally from Northwest Ohio. Kind of cut my teeth in Dublin, Ohio, working for a company called Golf Tech. I was director of construction at the location in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and then moved up this way to teach outside and help people out here on the range. First started playing golf when I was probably about 9 years old. My dad took me out to a 9-hole golf course in Michigan, southern Michigan, very inexpensive, no frills up there. Just kind of started hitting it around out there and fell in love with the game. I knew that I wanted to work in the golf industry probably fresh out of high school. I did a lot of jobs that some people may not find glamorous before that in high school. Actually worked in the kitchen. I'm still not a very good cook. And then after that, I got a job running a driving range at the age of 19. Went to the Golf Academy of America, I graduated from there, and then from then on, basically I've been in the golf industry. I worked some jobs as an assistant, learned that I would prefer to teach all the time, and that led me to reach out to my mentor to start teaching golf, and he took me under his wing, so here I am. Favorite club I've ever had in my bag? Well, we don't need to get into putters. Probably my favorite club I've ever had is my Titleist 975 JVS driver that I played pretty much all through high school and early college. I would like to say I'm a good golfer, but everybody's got their way of looking at things. Some days I think I'm terrible, and sometimes I think I'm the best in the world, and I think that kind of goes for everybody. Being able to offer myself as a friend to people that are going through a hard time, that's one of the best things that I've done and feel like I'm going to continue to do for my career. Almost feel like I'm a servant to some that are going through a hard time, and help them have a good time out on the driving range and get them playing the game better. It's kind of people's outlet a little bit, and I think that's pretty cool. It is very easy to teach anybody that's willing to learn. In my opinion, it's okay to have a week off once in a while in between, but we have some students that we see, around here every few months. They'll come in and because they live out of town, things like that, and the tendencies we do fall back into the old habits and trends that we find comfortable, and we gotta work through those, and the easiest way to do it is repetition and being out here as much as possible. I see the biggest mistake I would say is people are afraid to seek out help when they actually need it. Just being able to look at a golf swing and identify what's going on pretty quick, looking at it from there's usually a root cause of why we have issues. We need to figure out what's going on with that, and then we can work around and work on the other skills necessary to perfect everything. But there's always a root reason, in my opinion, as to why somebody's having issues. And it is the training and measuring. We use Sportsbox AI sometimes on the side just to make sure that we understand what the body's doing. That will measure pretty much any part of our body and within the golf swing, and it makes things so much easier. I think that a good piece of training equipment, first and foremost, would be having something that helps with alignment sticks. Like specifically, I have an alignment mirror. They make a lot of unique training aids there. I think that's the number one thing that I see, especially from having a career of teaching indoors where alignment is fairly square most of the time. When you have square walls, everything's square, you get out in the circular world, I call it, and then you start aiming left or right. Well, if we start aiming left or right outside on the range or on the golf course, that golf swing that we train so hard in a square universe, it doesn't work. He's probably one of my favorite architects, minus the fact that he put a pond on our driving range. So other than that, he's been spectacular. I think everybody loves his design. Super challenging, unique rustic looks to everything. I mean, they're great golf courses to play. Yeah. Caledonia, favorite hole out there, I would say is, can I say number 18? I mean, it's one of the most challenging holes around. Got to carry the water. You always have some good spectators out on the back patio too, so it keeps everybody entertained.
Super jealous.
I think I just get pumped up for it. I'm like, hey, this is the challenge. You got to make it happen. So, yeah. Obviously, if you spend any time with me, you know that I'm pretty laid back. I do share pretty good passion for it, for the game in general. I'm a little more passionate when I'm on the golf course, and especially in match play, I'm probably going to look to stomp you out a little bit. I was down in Mount Pleasant. I was having a little bit of a rough time being stuck solely inside teaching there. I did love the job from the perspective, you know, I was teaching people how to teach, being a mentor, growing them. That was pretty cool, but I got to the point where it was just like, I'm stuck inside all day. I live in South Carolina. Here's a nice driving range. It is beautiful out here. I've reached out to Steve, came and shadowed Stuart and another instructor out here. Kind of fell in love with the place day one, and from then it's just been a really good time being out here. Here at Steve Dresser Academy. Teaching a little more indoors and more structured at first is good, and then we can start to move out to the grass and things like that. I think being able to be in a controlled environment and then also having the ability to go outside and hit shots, you can't beat it. It looks like I'd like to stay here for as long as possible, grow my own brand, help grow the brand around here the best we can, and hopefully, you know, end up in the Golf Digest top 50 at some point.
Yeah, this has been awesome.
Thanks for coming out. It's great having you guys. I know you got a pretty good trip down here, so keep enjoying it.
The best part of it. Great job.
Thanks, man.
Really well done.
Thanks, brother.
You got it.